Hello to you, my friends. I prepared this video for you. It will be a little bit longer than normally the videos are. I called it Lux Sec 1, the Tenet. This is a separation, a bit from the chaff, the dissection of the word of the God, the basic principle, the tenet of the Antichrist. I will be looking in the biblical verse from Isaiah 14 by 12 to 32 verses. This is a main storyline in all Abrahamic religions, Torah, Bible, Christianity, Jewish, Islam, everything sources from this, and they all can agree on these verses, or the main storyline as described. You will be seeing here my open word. You will see the verse in black, and underneath it is my words, my thoughts, basically the script which I am trying to articulate to you. So let's jump straight into it. The famous YouTuber's phrase, let's jump straight into it. Isaiah 14:12. Have you fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn? You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. So this is the God speaking to the Satan. Here we can see responsibility confusion, responsibility denial, and diversion from the responsibility which is laid upon us, like the humans. Nations, their kings, leaders, but foremost the people are responsible for their actions. Hands of the Satan, the whisperer, are clean like the virgin's hymen. We can confirm this thesis by the Bible itself, because Bible is capable of cleansing itself. You know, it's a corrupted word, but it contains also lots of wisdoms, lots of beautiful stories and truths. And if we judge this first verse, where God is accusing Satan of being responsible for the actions of the nations, therefore someone else's, we can see in 2 Corinthians 5:10, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due for what he has done in the body, whatever good or evil. Satan is not responsible for what you do. We continue. You said in your heart,
I will ascend to the heavens. I will rise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zion. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High.
This is the Satan reciting his oath. I will ascend to the heavens. I will rise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost height of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. So here we can see he's not saying he will be higher from God, but higher from the stars. He's not above the throne of God. He's not saying that. In contrary, he is confirming the God's hierarchy. This is a confirmation. He is basically showing that he is in this hierarchy. And if you think about it from a human perspective, I have 2 children. If my children say to me when they grow up that they wanna be like me, that they wanna be even better, because this is what the verse is saying. He wanna be better. He wanna be like the God. I will be the happiest father under the sun, because this is what we all wish for. To be truthful, to strive, to compete. But this God is this so-called God is somehow offended by this challenge, by this competition. So he is responding to Satan. But you are brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. Here we can see, I highlighted the realm because this so-called God is a very smart one. He is already knowing that the realm, it's a very important word here, realm. This is the cosmos, observable universe, the hell, the earth, the 3D, where we are now. We are now in this hell. We are already in a hell. There is no hell after or before. We are now in it. Those who see you stare at you. They ponder your fate. Psychologists will tell you that this is rooted in a self-doubt. Psychiatrist, psychologist. If someone looks at you and you don't understand why he is staring at you, you normally don't have a negative thoughts, but this God have a negative thoughts. Is this the man who shook the earth and made the kingdoms tremble, the man who made the world a wilderness, who overthrew his cities and will not let his captives go home? Every single verse or sentence is corrupted, is filthy, because captives are captives for a reason, and they shall be prisoners until the appointed time. I will really not wish some rapist or murderer to be released just because this God is trying to show some sort of mercy upon those who don't show mercy to you. It's a nonsense. All the kings of the nations lie in a state, each in his own tomb. This is a blind advocacy towards the kingship, rulership, and there is no sound judgment. Hitler, for example, murdered so many people. Is he as well lying in peaceful in his own tomb? Or the kings which commanded his knights to rape the wives of the brides of the husbands because they have a right as the privilege of the bride. But you are cast out of your tomb like a rejected branch. This is a desecration of a tomb. This is a disrespect to the human remains. And if we scrutinize how he is using the thoughts like a rejected branch. We used to collect walnuts. When I was children, we had a walnut tree in the garden, and we used to collect walnuts. And there was normally branches around the tree, and when you bend down to this tree to clear your path so you can pick up the walnuts, you just pick up this branch, rejected branch, and just throw it without thinking. This is in your hands is no thought, in your hands is no emotion. You just pick it up and throw it. So you can see he's twisted. He's using a twisted, emotionless, no empathy. You are covered with the slain, with those pierced by the sword. Those who descend to the stones of the pit. He is using word pit, not a grave, like a corpse trampled underfoot. This is a reference to the genocide, mass graves, satanic burial, rites, and Nazism. Like a corpse trampled underfoot. Nazis had so many murdered Jews and gypsies and Polish people and whoever stand in their path. They piled them up by this stone of pit. They dug a hole. Deeper you go, more stones you have in a pit. Not a grave, pit. And they threw them, descend to the stone of the pit. And there are so many of these dead people. The soldiers had to lift up the bodies to the hill of bodies. That's why he's saying like a corpse trampled underfoot. This guy was standing by these graves. This is a Nazi. This is like a Hitler. This is not a God. This is not coming from the mouth of the normal, reasonable human. It has nothing to do with God. You will not join them in a burial, for you have destroyed your land and killed your people. let the offspring of the wicked never be mentioned again. He is now starting to get loose. He's getting loose here. I highlighted this in red because he's already attacking the offspring of the wicked. Prepare the place to slaughter his children for the sins of their ancestors. They are not to rise to inherit the land and cover the earth with the cities. This is maximally sick. This is ultra extremism, deep-rooted hate. It's a psychotic dictatorship, no remorse, hate, ruthlessness beyond any border. He is attacking even the children, innocent children, for the sin of someone. This is a nonsense, and the Bible itself is cleansing itself from such a nonsense. And it says in Deuteronomy 24:16, parents are not to be put to death for their children, nor the children put to death for their parents. Each will die for their own sins. He's raging, he's keep raging. I will rise up against them, declares the Lord Almighty. I will wipe out Babylon's name and survivors, her offspring and descendants, declares the Lord. Again, extreme hate, facts manipulations, fear-mongering, genocide, burn libraries. Here we can see the fact manipulation. He is stating, I will wipe out the Babylon's name. He's saying that he will manipulate some sort of historical data. He want a complete wipeout, genocide and burn libraries. This is the man who burned the libraries in the history. He keeps still, he's still going. I will turn her into a place for owls and into swamplands. I will sweep her with broom of destruction, declares the Lord Almighty. No respect towards the enemy. Subliminals of the dirt. When I pick up the broom, I sweep trash. He's saying that these people, you are trash. We are trash. And these are the words of destruction, doom, and barren thoughts. I will turn into the swampland. This is barren thoughts. The true God creates past twins, creates the sun, bring flowers, bring love, made men and women, made children. This is the complete opposite. He's trying to imposter himself in the Bible like the God, but his own words will defile him. He is defiling himself, denouncing himself through his own words. And our job here is to recognize this. Once we recognize this God is powerless, because he is not a God in the first place. The Lord Almighty has sworn, surely as I have planned, so it will be, and as I have purposed, so it will happen. The Lord Almighty does not swear. His word is instantly ever confirming itself to the ears who hear it. There is no doubt present in the plan of the true God, because there is a saying that when the truth is sounded, you will hear it. That's why the true God does not need to swear to anyone. I will crush the Assyrians in my land. On my mountains I will trample him down. Fear-mongering, ownership, greed, my land, my mountains. This is a human trait. This is a human characteristic, not of God. Judgment by the Bible, 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave a spirit, not of fear, but of a power and love and self-control. His yoke will be taken from my people, and his burden removed from their shoulders. This is the plan determined for the whole world. This is the hand stretched out all over the nations. Hand stretched out towards the distant land, over the nations. We look on the horizon, we stretch out the hand. This is a Sieg Heil. This is the Hitler's magnetic north. the symbol. This is not the true north. There is a big difference between the magnetic north on a compass, the true north, and the astronomical north. There is 3 norths. This man is the lowest of the low. And again, confirming the filth, just like through his genocides. For the Lord Almighty has purposed, and who can thwart him? So who can thwart him? He is asking, who can deny this truth? Who can doubt his truth? Anyone? Anyone can nullify this?
I nullify this. Antichristus, Antipopulus, Apostasias, Mesopropheticus, Malik. I denounce this blasphemy against my Father, the Most High.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Come on, 2 more. We need 2 more. We need. Come on, someone can do it. Someone. Hand stretched out, and who can turn it back? Again, it's an obsessed depiction of some authoritative figure with a stretched hand. So this verse finish here, but there is a follow-up which I was thinking if I will include it, but it's a perfect example. This is a continuation of the verse from the Isaiah, and it's the prophecy against the Philistines, the Palestinians. This prophecy came in the year of the king Ahaz died. Do not rejoice, all you Philistines. It's labeling, generalization, and Nazism. You are not saying, you are not throwing the one full nation into the same bag. That rod that struck you is broken. Physical punishment, uncompassion. From the root of the snake will spring up a viper. Its fruit will be darting venomous snake. Hunting thoughts, psychotic thoughts. The poorest of the poor will find pasture, and the needy will down in a safety. So here he is already doing some appealing. This is like a little bit like a politician thought. He's appealing to one group while completely devouring and genociding the other. Is the like Ouroboros, the snake which eats up its own tail, and he don't even know about it. But your root I will destroy by famine. It will slay your survivals. Anger, outrage, vengefulness, cruelty, and no mercy. Is this the God which you believe in? Veil your gate, howl your cities. This is imposing a dominance. This is domineering. Just like when you go for the court, for example, and if you have a hat, you have a hat on your head, the judge will immediately tell you, veil your hat. So you will do it. You will do it. Or you will be charged even with that. He continues. Melt away, all you Philistines, Palestinians. A cloud of smokes comes from the north, and there is not a strangle in its ranks. So we can dissect this through his thoughts, how he's using the words. He's saying melt. You melt something in a furnace or through the fire. A cloud of smoke, this is confirming the fire. Melt in a cloud of smokes. All you Philistines. This is a pillager. The pillager coming from the north. The cold. And there is not a strangler in its rank. Strangler, from the word struggle. He have a perfect bots. He have a perfect arm. He's referring to his arm. He's a warlord. This is narcissistic perfectionism. No stranglers, only superbots in my rank. Militarism, Nazism. What answer shall be given to the envoys of the nation? So either, I don't understand this correctly, either some disciples are asking Isaiah what they shall say, or Isaiah is asking God, this false God. And he answers, the Lord has established Zion, and in her his afflicted people will find refuge. This is false. Zion, as the idea, Zion is the peace, land of peace. It's coming at the end. Is the high mountain of Zaphon, the high mountain of Zion. Is the highest echelon, is the throne of God. Even in a Matrix, we saw Neo. He was coming to the Zion at the end. He was blinded, and he came to make a peace in the Zion at the end. This has been never established. This is a false. The Lord has not established the Zion yet. Okay, so this is the end. This is the end. These are these two instances, which are more than enough for me to denounce this and clean my hands. These are not the words of God, but that of a desecrator of the face of God, the trespasser of the virgin's will, the ancient evil which burned the libraries and rewrote the truth in his own twisted image, by the scribes to whom he placed his sword under their necks and placed fear into their hearts. If there is such a discrepancy and conflict in the facts in the main storyline of the biblical epoch, then that's the only proof I need to denounce the validity and holiness of the Holy Bible, also Torah and Quran, because all are sourced in the Abrahamic roots. Therefore, I denounce and nullify the part of these books, these words which are corrupted, verses and are false. They are deceitful, and I am establishing this as my tenet, an example of principles through which the word shall be revised. This is Luke's sick one. I will be making I don't know now. I wrote the Luke sequence 2. I have 2. I will wrote 4, maybe 5. Not sure. But you should really look into it and use this one as example. How you even read this Bible? You need to visualize it and hear. Lots of people read something, but they don't really hear it, or they see something, but they don't really see it. Okay, that's all from me. Hands up. Therefore, my friends, let the rooster crow for the 3rd time, because I denounce this blasphemy, and my hands are clean, and this is how they will stay, for the truth. Peace.
diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.